because these areas are so very thin anyway, it's quite easy just to manually score it. So what I do is I use a fine tool and I just put a little score line like so, halfway between the buildings, like that. So the first one I fold in half, I make sure I've got them level, got a bit of fluff there, and then the excess bit here, that is scored simply where that line finishes. If I were to do that, just judge it, I might get it in the wrong place. This did not quite go according to plan, but I'm not going to throw this out. I'm going to do something slightly different. What I had been going to do was to put them one inside the other. I mean, you still could do that, but it doesn't quite do what I wanted it to do. It's the wrong way round. And yes, I know why it's the wrong way round. I just wasn't thinking straight when I was designing it. Not an uncommon occurrence, I hasten to add. So what I'm going to do instead is put them vertically in a card. And what I'm going to do is put them in order, ascending order, from the biggest to the smallest, up like that. This is going to be the inside of my card. I got the image free on Pixabay. Anyone can download images from there. What I particularly wanted to do was to find an image that went with the colour card that I had. And then I fell in love with this image and the card really didn't go well with it. So last night I painted them. I used acrylic medium, a white acrylic medium, and I used a nice flat brush and I painted them. Now this is an A5 card, so it does have to be quite a large one. You stick it down next to the fold, so you only want to glue the first slot. I really do love having a tank type printer because I can print full-size images off like this without thinking, oh heck, I'm going to run out of ink someday soon. Absolutely adore a tank printer. What I did was I downloaded lots of the different images, I resized them in ScanNCut slots so I knew exactly what size I was going to be getting. I grouped them all together and I did a trace on them. I then exported that to Canvas so I could put my registration marks on. And then what I did was I saved it to a PDF and printed it. Now in ScanNCut slot I had saved these so that they're in the center of the page. I just imported them automatically into Canvas. I didn't move them at all. Added the registration marks and saved it to the PDF. Printed off the first one, and my particular printer prints so that the top of the sheet comes out first. I don't know if they all do that. It came out like this. I took the image on the screen in Canvas, I flipped it horizontally, and then I saved it as another PDF. Put my first sheet, or my only sheet I should say, into the printer. It comes out like this. I then turned it around and it came out the same way again, and I have got them facing the right direction and they are perfectly lined up. So that's how I did it on my particular printer. The one I'm using at the moment is an HP with an eco tank. Can't remember the model name, but I'll put a link to it down below in case you're interested in looking at it. But yes, that's worked out really nicely. So it means that when I cut my images out, I can stick them, say, from the middle, and you'll be able to see it as if it was an actual butterfly with a back and a front, rather than just being one-dimensional. Just want to do this side of it at the moment. I think that is correct. When it comes to the front of the card, when I've got an elaborate card on the inside, I like to go a bit simple on the outside. I have a piece of scrap card and I've got some silver ribbon. Just going to stick it in place with a bit of masking tape for the moment, because I don't want to put glue behind this. It's not quite opaque and I don't have any tape the exact same width. I finished my card off with a graphic that I drew myself and a happy birthday, simply because that's the most likely occasion. When we open the card, this is the result that you get. Now the nice thing is you can lift up the wings on whichever side you haven't stuck down, and you get even more dimension on these butterflies, which is really, really nice. There we go. So this is not the card I intended to make, but am I happy with it? Yeah, it'll do just fine. I'm going to keep working on the idea that I was originally doing, but that's for another video. Now there is another thing that you could do if you really wanted to go way over the top. If you have some fishing line, you could actually tie fishing line on here and suspend butterflies down through the middle. I've not done it, but you could if you really wanted to. That's it for today's video. Hope you've enjoyed it and I will see you again soon. Please like, subscribe if you haven't, and please leave your comments down below. I always enjoy reading them. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.